Peter Obi for me is just another Buhari. He is another guy who is idealist, not a realist. Shola Kuti. Where are all of you people coming aside from? And just you people don't have any other person, any other candidate to talk about apart from Peter Obi. So if Peter Obi is another Buhari, what about Tinubu? He's an idealist, he's not a realist. As Azal. Azal now. So is it your Tinubu that is a realist? Political discourse in Nigeria continues to evolve as analysts and commentators offer varying perspectives on the country's leadership and future direction. One such voice, Shola Kuti, has sparked conversation with his candid assessment of Nigeria's political dynamics, particularly as discussions around the 2027 presidential election begins to gain momentum. Speaking from his standpoint as a political analyst, Kuti described his outlook on Nigerian policies as somewhat philosophical, suggesting that many expectations held by citizens may not align with the realities on ground. According to him, the idea of a government outside the current leadership structure led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu leans more towards idealism than practical reality. This viewpoint challenges a growing narrative among some Nigerians who are eager for a significant political shift in the country in the coming years. Kuti's analysis becomes even more striking when he turns his attention to Peter Obi, the Labour Party's presidential candidate in the 2023 election, and a figure widely speculated to contest again in 2027. While Obi enjoys strong support among a segment of the population that believes in his vision for reform, Kuti argues that this support may be rooted more in hope than in pragmatic political calculation. Drawing a parallel that is likely to generate debate, Kuti likened Obi's appeal to the wave of enthusiasm that once surrounded former President Muhammadu Buhari before he assumed office. He suggested that Nigerians may be placing similar expectations on Obi without fully considering the complexities of governance. I beg, let's say which one is complexities of governance? In his words, Shola Kuti said, Peter Obi for me is just another Buhari. You know how Buhari was so overrated that when he became president, everybody thought things would become better. That's what I think Peter Obi is. See, people made the mistake of making Buhari the president because they did not know the history of Buhari. And that is why history should be a very, very core course in this our country. Because if people knew Buhari, if the youth then knew Buhari, knew his history then, probably they wouldn't have voted for him. But we didn't know the history. I did not also know the history of Buhari until I think after I became the president that his story started cropping up, and then we were like, we've made the wrong decision. So don't compare Buhari to Obi. I don't understand. Everybody thought things would become better. That's what I think Peter Obi is. You lie. Peter Obi is going to work. That's the same way people thought Tinubu to work. Did he work? Is he doing anything? People overrated him as well. He's another guy who is an idealist, not a realist. Let's say what? This statement underscores Kuti's central argument that political success in Nigeria is not driven solely by ideals of popularity, but by a deep understanding of the system and the ability to navigate its reality. So who understands the system? Because obviously, it's looking like nobody understands it. Even the ones that have been governors before that say, they built Lagos, they know everything, they know the in and out of politics. Have they done anything? The ones that understand the system, what have they done? Nothing. Please, let's hear what Jare. His perspective invites reflection on whether Nigerian prioritizes vision over strategy when choosing their leaders. As conversations around 2027 continue to unfold, opinions like Kuti's are likely to fuel deeper debates about leadership. It's not failing anything. Why didn't he talk about Tinubu that is there right now? What does he think about Tinubu's presidency? That's when I will now know the kind of person that is talking, I beg. And the balance between idealism and realism in shaping Nigeria's future, whether one agrees with his stance or not, it adds another layer to the ongoing national dialogue about what kind of leadership the country truly needs. Somebody says, close your mouth. You see where the realist has dumped you. Now. The one that is a realist. Waiting don't do for now. Udo Peter says, Buhari is better than Tinubu. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Samuel Oke says, then bros, how do you describe Tinubu? Exactly. I was expecting that he should also talk about Tinubu. What do you think about Tinubu? Is he an idealist or a realist? And so that we will know where you really stand. Okonkwo says, Buhari is an idealist, but not a realist, but it was still the same Yoruba people that voted Buhari massively, confused and critical set of people. Okay, says, sometimes one wonder what education truly is. Then he says, so Peter Obi won only in 5 states. The question you should be asking yourself is why Peter Obi is on everybody's lips. Peter Obi is in the DNA of every Nigerian. Chukwuemeka says, this man is far from new Nigeria. He is feeding from Tinubu. I would want to believe that. Adejimi says, don't come online talking rubbish. You can share your thoughts with your children. When we ask you to get close to God, give our wisdom now go dey visit juju. How you go get sense now? Chukwudi says, thunder fire that your stupid mouth over there, you agent of darkness. Because I just think it's simply as stupid as he is a fool. If you did DNA now, no be fella born am. I don't even think he's a fella's child. Is he a fella's child? Maybe his name is just Kuti. Mohammed said, no sensible person will compare the magnitude of followers that Buhari had with Peter Obi supporters. They are unequal. Peter Obi support base is limited to only 5 states of the Southeast. In your mind, comparing who support for Buhari is just like comparing day and night. They are different and run on different axes. It's established facts. Let's hear what this is. The established facts. Charles then says, your analysis is hopelessly stupid. How can you compare borrowing to share and squander with prudent management of the country's resources? Sandy John says, so you know what your Tinubu said, that he is Buhari. Once he took over from Buhari, that he took over from himself. Anyway, Anya Efena says, whether you people hate Peter Obi or not, I don't care. I like him and all the youth like him. He must become the president of this country. And I want people to know that nobody is God and God is not a human being. What he says must come to pass. Patrick Chidi says, to say that Peter Obi will be another Buhari has given you away as unintelligent political analysis, as in very daft. You are analyzing nonsense to the people. Solomon Osaworo says, what do people say for Peter Obi body safe? I don't know. Like, is it the only presidential candidate? That everybody, Peter Obi. No, they tire. Chike Luba said, what of your brother Tinubu? A real man like Abacha that cannot fix common electricity, borrowing to share, common security, food security, 0% performance, and wasted 4 years. Inept and a disgrace and embarrassment to Yoruba and human race. Atemeka Ekwanye says, some Yorubas, why are you still doing tribal sentiment? I wonder. Can't you see that Tinubu has failed Nigerians? Like, it's so obvious. Thank God for some Yorubas, because if na Igbo they do this one now, no go allow us breathe. Please, let's hope that God by his mercy brings us someone who will care for the people. He has already brought that person. But so it's up to us now to do the right thing and vote for him. And listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.